Good morning, friends. Greetings. And welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is no miracle at all. It is simply the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we welcome your phone calls on the Bright Side. Our number is 855-660-4261. That's 855-660-4261 if you want to get off your meds and help get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, or if you want to help a loved one, workmate, friend, family member get off their meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. 855-660-4261 is your number on the Bright Side. If you have a success story you'd like to share, we love hearing success stories, or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, 855-660-4261 is your Bright Side hotline phone number. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear us advertise or recommend on the Bright Side, you can call the Bright Side Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. 866-735-2470. Make sure you ask about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine Multivitamin Mineral Complex Powder. Now the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0, peach flavored with probiotics and prebiotics as well. It's around $50 or $55 a canister. Most folks will notice results like appetite suppression, weight loss, just feeling better within 1 or 2 doses of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I've been using it since 1998, folks, 16 years. And I've been getting the letters and Facebooks and messages and phone calls about how effective this stuff is. Beyond Tangy Tangerine, you can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, or you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com, pull down on the shopping cart, and you'll find all the longevity products up there. Of course, you can also click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com if you want to start a longevity business and make some money selling longevity products. Get your products at the wholesale price, or simply enjoy all the benefits, including the tax benefits of having your own business, all for a one-time $10 fee. Just click on that Join the Team link. Also want to remind you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with news stories as well as blog posts, pharmacistben.com. Thank you to my webmaster, Robert Lundgren, who does such a fine job on that. All right. I want to welcome all our new listeners, those of you guys who were at my talk in Santa Cruz this Friday evening. We had a great time. It was sold out. We talked about general Brightside philosophy ideas. I didn't get to answer as many questions as I would have liked to, so if you were out in Santa Cruz and I didn't get a chance to answer your question, please feel free to give us a call today at 855-660-4261 and tell our call screener that I didn't get to you. I didn't get to you at the Vintage Faith Church this past Friday, and we'll get you first up at 855-660-4261. Okay. We are talking about the amino acid, cysteine, the hardening amino acid, the animal protein amino acid. Actually, it's found in all high-protein foods, including mushrooms and beans, soy, hemp seed as well. But it really is basically, or largely anyway, an animal protein. If you're deficient or you're a vegan, if you're not getting enough animal protein or you're vegan or vegetarian, you may be deficient in cysteine. Cysteine, as we've said, is a hardening amino acid. Nails, hair, skin all get their resilient quality largely because of their high content of cysteine. That means animal protein can be your best friend if you're dealing with some kind of skin health issue, or your hair is not as beautiful and luxurious as you think it should be, or if you got brittle nails too. That could be a sign of a cysteine deficiency. The hardening effect that cysteine gives you, it comes from a little piece of sulfur that it contains. Later on we'll be talking about how cysteine can help the body detox via the magnetic properties of this little element of sulfur. Later on, or after that, we'll be talking about the toxic effects of cysteine, at least a form of cysteine that most of you guys have heard of. But for now, I want to talk about cysteine's relationship to skin health and beauty and things that we oftentimes consider to be superficial, but really may be indicative of some internal systemic long-term problem, much more than cosmetic or superficial issues. If you have psoriasis or acne or eczema, you may be dealing with some kind of internal problem as well. Many skin diseases are caused by defects in cysteine, in cysteine-containing protein, actually, and that's the protein that's called keratin. One of the key ideas of what I call the Brightside philosophy is the idea that all disease is cell disease. That should be our mantra. If we're interested in health and longevity and wellness and feeling better, this should be our mantra. All disease is cell disease. Why haven't you heard this, except for here on the bright side? Well, basically because the medical paradigm, the medical model, is helpless at the level of a cell. This is one of the fundamental ideas of the Brightside philosophy. All disease is cell disease, and the corollary of that is that your doctor can't do anything for you at the level of a cell. The medical model can only poison a cell or remove a cell through surgical procedures, or maybe stick a device in the body that will change something about a cell. But a cell really is not amenable to being manipulated by the medical model. Only God can affect the cell through nutrition, through oxygenation, and through detoxification. When I say God, I mean God through our behaviors, through our lifestyle choices. Cells become defective due to nutritional deprivation, i.e. starvation, lack of oxygen, i.e. suffocation, as well as an accumulation of wastes, i.e. toxification. Starvation, suffocation, toxification all lead to cellular defects, changes in how a cell functions. And what is a cell's most important function? What is the most important thing a cell does? It makes things. A cell makes stuff. A cell is a little miniature biological factory. That's pretty much it. So when we say all disease is cell disease, what we really mean is all disease is some kind of breakdown in how cells are making stuff. They'll either make the wrong stuff, they'll either make too much stuff, or they'll make too little stuff. They'll make defective stuff, too much stuff, or too little stuff, or some combination thereof. That's it, friends. I don't care if it's kidney disease, or skin disease, or heart disease, or cancer, or osteoporosis, or autoimmune issues, whatever. Whatever. If you have a health issue, you have a cell issue. And if you have a cell issue, that means a cell is not making what it needs to make. It's either making too much of it, too little of it, or the wrong stuff, or some combination thereof. When it comes to skin diseases, acne, psoriasis, eczema, the stuff that isn't being produced is the protein keratin, the cysteine-containing protein keratin. Remember, the technical name for a skin cell, we're calling it generically a skin cell, colloquially a skin cell, but the real name of a skin cell is a keratinocyte. That means a cell that makes keratin. A skin cell is a cell that makes keratin. A skin cell is a cell that depends on cysteine. A skin cell is a keratin-making cells. That is their main function. All disease is cell disease, and all skin disease is skin cell disease. And that means that all skin disease is keratinocyte disease. You think that makes cysteine and keratin important for skin diseases? You better believe it does. All right, we'll continue when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this. Don't go away. Howdy, folks. Pharmacist Ben here, nutritional pharmacist and skincare chemist. If you've heard me on my daily health and wellness program, The Brightside, you know I'm on a mission to spread the good news about the power of nutritional supplementation to correct your healthcare challenges and get you feeling vital and healthy once again. I want you to call 877-279-9422 and check out the powerful, affordable line of nutritional products from Longevity, the ones I take and the ones I recommend. That's 877-279-9422 or go to www.gcnminerals.com. Why simply mask your symptoms with toxic pharmaceutical drugs when you can address causes with vitamins and minerals? I suggest the Healthy Start Pack. It gives your body the essential 90 nutrients it needs. Most people notice a difference right away. You can sign up to help me spread the good news of health and wellness without drugs and maybe make a little money too. And while you're there, don't forget to check out my important video message. That's gcnminerals.com or call 877-279-9422. And remember, friends, good nutrition is good medicine.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw of free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power. A gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
It's time to get your green on with the great green sale from Freeze Dry Guy. Now through St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, cases of delicious freeze-dried vegetables, green beans, and green peas are now on sale at veteran-owned freezedryguy.com. You don't need to be Irish to feel like you have pots of gold with a healthy supply of these delicious, nutritious green vegetables. They're perfect for your emergency preparedness needs or outdoor activities from camping to RV travel. Green beans and green peas. Easy to prepare, easy to enjoy, and now easier than ever to buy. How about some greenbacks in your wallet or purse just for ordering? Act now, and Freeze Dry Guy will give you $25 in survival bucks for every case you purchase by St. Patty's Day. So get your green on now, veggie lovers. Call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, or log on to freezedryguy.com, freezedryguy.com.
Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GC.
All right, we are back on the bright side. Got a line open for you at 855-660-4261. Try to get on board early so we can squeeze in as many questions and calls as possible. If you have a success story or you want to contribute to the conversation, 855-660-4261 is your Brightside number. For you guys who want to purchase any longevity products, you can head over to brightsideben.com and take a look at our shopping cart. Or if you want to join the Brightside Ben team and help me in my mission to educate the world about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program, you can click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. All right, we're talking about keratinocytes. cells that make keratin, and those are skin cells. If you got a skin issue, you got a skin cell issue. You got a skin issue, you got a skin cell issue. All disease is cell disease, and for the most part, skin cell disease is keratin disease, either an overexpression of this hard protein keratin or an underexpression or the wrong kind of keratin or some combination thereof. If you get little bumps, little hard bumps that form on the skin, those are called milia. Doctors or dermatologists sometimes call them keratoses, which obviously is a keratin problem, keratoses. Or if you get pimples or if you get psoriasis, you're pretty much dealing with an overexpression of keratin, perhaps in combination with defective keratin production. Remember, all of this is coming from starvation, suffocation, and toxification. Why is this important? Well, it's important because we're in control of that, folks. Not your doctor, not your dermatologist. No drugs can help you here, but we can help ourselves at the level of starvation of a cell, suffocation of a cell, and toxification of a cell. That means if you got those little hard bumps, the milia, or if you got pimples, you're dealing with acne, you're dealing with psoriasis, we're in charge. You're in charge. Our decisions, our lifestyle choices are where these things come from. Basically, from not being on a good nutritional supplement program, not eating the right kinds of food, digestive problems. All of these play the significant role when it comes to keratin problems and skin diseases. In the case of eczema, maybe not enough keratin, or perhaps, again, the wrong kind of keratin. The bottom line, however, whether you're dealing with eczema, or whether you're dealing with keratoses or milia or acne or psoriasis, you're dealing with a defect in keratin production, some kind of malfunction in the way skin cells, keratinocytes, the way keratin-making cells are going about their business. Now remember, all disease is cell disease. When it comes to health, it's all about the cell, the function of a cell. All disease is cell disease means all disease is cell function disease. And the function of a cell depends on its structure, depends on its shape. Biologists refer to this relationship as structure-function. Structure-function means that the function depends on the structure. The function of a cell depends on the shape of a cell. Conversely, malfunction of a cell is a breakdown in the shape of a cell. Some kind of defect in the structure of a cell. So if a cell's not doing its business, if it's not making protein correctly, that's its business, to make things. If a cell isn't making stuff correctly, you can rest assured that it's misshapen. It's got the wrong kind of structure, the wrong kind of shape. When the shape or the structure of a cell is off, it follows then that the misshapen cell will then malfunction. All disease is cell disease means misshapen cells are the cause of diseases via this malfunctioning. This is where starvation, suffocation, and toxification play their role. They change the shape of a cell, which in turn causes the cell to malfunction. Can you picture this? The cell is sitting in an environment. It's basically swimming in nutrients and in oxygen and in, hopefully not in poisons, in a clean environment. But when poisons start to accumulate, or the cell is starved, or the cell is lacking oxygen, it starts to change shape. This is where disease begins. And where in the cell does it begin? Where does this change in shape start to take place? Well, quite obviously, it takes place, the first place that cell shapes start to go awry, where the cell becomes misshapen, is at the boundary of a cell, the outer portion of a cell. The cell, what we call the cell membrane. This is the place where the cell meets the toxic, starved, suffocated environment, the outer portion of a cell, the cell membrane. All disease is cell disease. All skin disease is skin cell disease. And all skin cell disease is first and foremost skin cell membrane disease. This is so important. That means that if we got something wrong with our skin, if we're breaking out in zits, if we have milia, keratoses, if we got psoriasis, we have a skin cell membrane problem. The coating of a cell is misshapen. The membrane of a cell is the single most important structure in all of biology. The membrane of a cell is the single most important structure in all of health. That's a huge statement, folks. If you want to do one thing, just one thing for your health and longevity, if you want to do one thing to improve your acne skin, it's not Proactive. Let me tell you, Proactive is not going to do a thing for your cells. A thing. Those commercials about Proactive with Katy Perry and movie stars and anonymous teenagers who are all smiley and happy because they use their Proactive are lies. They're dishonest. They're rip-offs. They're stealing. They're nefarious and twisted and evil, and the people writing those stupid commercials have nothing to do with health. They're marketers and advertisers. They got PhDs in figuring out how to manipulate you and take your money. That's what Proactive is about. It's not about your health. That's because if you got acne or any other skin disease, you got a skin cell disease, a skin cell membrane disease, and that's a big, big statement. You know, if you've listened to this program for any length of time, you know that our main focal point for keeping our cells healthy and slowing down the aging process and keeping our skin beautiful is the health of a cell. Now you know it's the health of a cell membrane. Without addressing the cell membrane, we can't really address the health of a cell. All disease is cell disease, and the cell membrane is the key to cell disease, and ultimately the key to cell health and the key to all health. And folks, the membrane is no mere covering. I've been calling it a candy coating, like an M&M. The candy coating on an M&M, if a cell is an M&M, the membrane would be the candy coating, but that's really doesn't tell you what it is. The membrane, folks, check this out. The membrane of a cell is the brain of a cell, not the nucleus. People think it's the nucleus of a cell, but you know what? If you take the nucleus out of a cell, the cell will just live fine for months. You can't live without a brain. Nothing can live without a brain, but a cell can live without a nucleus. That tells you right there the nucleus isn't the brain. What is the only part of a cell that cannot be removed? What is the part of a cell that if you remove will cause the death of a cell, the same way that if you remove the brain out of your head will cause your death? What is the only part of a cell that accounts for the life force, the livingness of a cell? It's the coating, it's the covering, it's the membrane. You remove the membrane of a cell, you don't have a cell. That's because the membrane, in addition to providing the boundary, the structure of a cell, is the brain of a cell. It's the intelligence of a cell. It's the part that processes the information that comes from the outside. It processes the starvation or the nutrition. It processes the oxygenation or the suffocation. And it processes the cleanliness or the toxification, the key to health, whether we're talking heart disease, autoimmune disease, or skin disease, is the membrane of a cell. If you want to do one thing to maintain your health, if you want to do one thing to reverse your skin diseases, focus on that cell membrane. I'm going to tell you how to do that when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this.
Did you know that organic sulfur can cleanse and defend your body against the poisons we're exposed to each day? Organic sulfur crystals from sulfurdefense.com help by forcing oxygen and nutrition into your cells while eliminating heavy metals, contaminants, and damaging radiation. Defend yourself and family from toxic assault with one of the most critical and essential minerals available today. Order online at sulfurdefense.com. That's sulfurdefense.com, or call 800-593-6273.
The TalkStream Live app for iPhone, iPad, and Android is the fastest and easiest way to access live talk radio anytime, anywhere. Download the free TalkStream Live app right now and see for yourself. You'll enjoy instant access to the best in live talk radio. Find your favorite shows and discover some new ones. The TalkStream Live app is available in the App Store, the Google Play Store, or visit TalkStreamLive.com. That's TalkStreamLive.com.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution.
With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Take delivery in spring. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
We travel so much, and having a fake TV, well, it gives added peace of mind.
Burglars look for houses that appear to be easy targets. But fake TV can fool even professional burglars into thinking someone is home watching television.
As a recent widow living alone, it gives me great peace of mind to set my fake TV near a window and know that passing motorists and pedestrians will think someone is home watching TV when I'm actually away from home.
Fake TV easily plugs into any outlet, just like a light on a timer.
And they're so easy to use. You just plug them in and they're ready to go. Plus, they're so affordable that we have one upstairs and downstairs.
Fake TV is only $29.95 with free shipping. Order your fake TV by calling 877-5FAKE-TV or go to faketv.com. That's 877-532-5388 or faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network. G.
All right, we're back on the bright side. Tomorrow we'll talk about the cell membrane, this brain part of the cell. If you're interested in learning about that, or if you want to get an interesting take on it anyway, read The Biology of Belief, Bruce Lipton's first book. Bruce Lipton is for you guys who don't know, Bruce Lipton is a molecular biologist, and he's the first guy, at least the first guy I heard talk about the idea of the cell membrane, the outer portion of a cell, as being an information processor. Very akin to a computer chip. It stores information. It processes information. If you're like electrical kinds of things, this cell membrane is a liquid crystal semiconductor. What that basically means is it holds on to energy and processes information much like a computer chip does. And this is why when you have defects in that cell membrane, you can have defects in the cell. It changes the function of the cell, and this is where disease begins. When we say all disease is cell disease, what I really mean is all disease is cell membrane disease. That means understanding the function of this membrane and the structure of this membrane is really, really important. And I'll give you a clue to what we're going to talk about tomorrow, and that's the idea of fats and cholesterol. This is where one of the places where cholesterol plays its really significant role in health is in the stability and the integrity of a cell membrane, which is some 60% cholesterol. Tell that to the next boneheaded medical professional who tells you got to worry about your cholesterol and how much cholesterol you're making, and you got to take a drug that suppresses cholesterol production. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. And if you're dealing with acne or you're dealing with psoriasis or eczema or milia, those little hard bumps that form on the skin, or keratoses, you're dealing with a skin cell membrane issue, and that means you want to focus on fats and fatty vitamins and fat absorption. And considering that fat malabsorption syndrome is such a significant problem, you can see why so many people have skin health issues. But we'll continue talking about that tomorrow as we move on talking about cysteine and amino acids and proteins and all the different ways that amino acids and cells and cell membranes can affect health. And on things you can do about it as well. Tomorrow we'll tell you about some of the things that you can do if you're dealing with acne or you're dealing with milia or keratoses or any skin disease. We'll talk about how you can stabilize and strengthen and help repair that cell membrane using foods, using nutrition, using nutritional supplements, and using dietary, digestive, and lifestyle strategies. Okay, we've got a full board. When you hear somebody drop off, if you want to give us a shout, it's 855-660-4261. We'll try to get to all our callers today, so if you're on hold, hang tight. We'll see if we can squeeze everybody in. Tara in North Carolina, you're first up. Welcome to the Brightside. What's up?
Hi. I called about the Highland baby colic tablets, but actually what you're talking about right now about the cell disease, my daughter was born with a skin disease. She came out of the womb with, and what the dermatologist thinks it is Ilven.
Is what?
And
say that again, ma'am.
Ilven.
I don't know what that is.
Inflammatory linear verrucous epidermal nevus.
Dude, yeah, man, that makes me so angry. Okay, let's break that apart. I never even heard it. Hang on, I want to break that apart for you. Inflammatory, I never heard of that acronym. Inflammatory lymphatic, did you say?
Inflammatory linear.
Linear, okay.
Verrucous.
Oh, God. Neurosis, okay.
It starts with the V, verrucous.
Oh, verrucous, okay.
Yeah, epidermal nevus.
They should be ashamed of themselves, those idiot dermatologists. Idiots! Dermatologists.
Yeah, we've been going in circles since she was born, and my friend told me about Dr. Wallach, and so I've been going that direction, trying to look for answers. And
okay, I want you to go over that again. Inflammatory linear verrucous epidermal nevus, right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes. Dumbasses. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Dumb donkeys. You know, here's the deal. It's an inflammatory disease of the skin. It has nothing to do with any of those stupid words. By the way, inflammatory linear verrucous epidermal nevus. Now, what do you think happens when somebody who doesn't know medicine or doesn't know health hears that? It freaks you out. It totally freaks you out. And if you go to the dermatologist or the dermatologist tells you you have Ilven, they'll also tell you there's no cure for it, right? Did they tell you that part?
Yes.
Right? Because they're boneheads. You know, medicine in general, aside from heroic medicine, surgical medicine, you know, and that is very helpful, obviously. If you get hit by a car, you have a heart attack, or you need some surgery, obviously you need a surgeon. But ambulatory medicine is absolutely, it's so stupid when it comes to health. That's why it's such a failure. But the dumbest of the dumb is dermatology. All right? Because the only thing they can give you is anti-inflammatories and immune suppressants. Here's the bottom line. Yeah. When you have an inflammatory condition of the skin, by definition, literally, you have an immune problem. This is how inflammation shows up. The immune system, the body's defensive system, is somehow protecting itself, and the inflammatory process, believe it or not, is a manifestation of the protective response. Here's what you do, and you can tell that it's an immune problem, by the way, because what kind of drugs do they give you for inflammatory linear verrucous epidermal nevus or anything else? What do they give you? They give you an immune suppressant, because obviously, bonehead dermatologists, obviously, it's an immune problem. I'm sorry that I'm getting all upset here. I'm going to calm down and take a deep breath. Your baby has a problem with her immune system. Now, this could be due to an allergic reaction, something that she's not processing correctly, or it can also be a problem with defective skin cell shapes. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. When the shape of a skin cell becomes defective, it becomes an enemy to the body, and the body's immune system will be activated. Think about it. You have cells. They're supposed to have a certain shape. But if the shape is incorrect due to starvation, suffocation, and toxification, that cell then becomes interpreted by the defensive system as an enemy, and that triggers the immune response. So here's what you need to do. Step number 1. All right, you got to figure out what's getting in your breast milk that is, or what's in the breast milk that is, if there is anything in the breast milk that's, I assume you're breastfeeding, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so something's in the, possibly, this isn't 100%, but it's a possibility, something's in the breast milk that's activating the baby's immune system. Do you have food allergies or food intolerances or digestive issues? About it. Yes, no.
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's a good question. That's a fair answer. You got to find out, though. You got to find that out. That's very important, because if you're passing allergens through your breast milk, your baby's going to react to that. So you got to find out if you have any problems with dairy, with grains, with legumes, beans, soy. Anything, really. It could be anything, but dairy and grains are the number 1 and number 2 problems. But it could be anything. You got to find that out, because as soon as you eliminate your the food allergens that are getting your milk, if there are any, chances are your baby's skin condition is going to improve right from the get-go. And if you had digestive problems while the baby was in the womb, that could have caused the problem in the womb and at birth. So I'm guessing, number 1, that you got some kind of digestive issues, and you're passing those problems through the toxins and allergens through your breast milk. That's number 1. Number 2, get your baby or through your breast milk, you should be on a good probiotic supplement. Get on the BioLumin Nightly Essence. Take 3 in the morning and 3 at night, and then also eat lots of fermented foods: kefir, miso, tempeh, kimchi, sauerkraut. Anything that's fermented is going to be in your interest, and that will help support the baby's health. Was the baby born vaginally or cesarean?
Vaginally.
Okay, so chances are the baby got his or her coating of bacteria. Focus on digestive health and wellness. That's first and foremost. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the relationship of fats and fatty vitamins to skin health. So you're going to want to make sure that you're getting your fatty vitamins too. Hang tight, because there's a couple more things I want to tell you about how you can tell if you're dealing with fat malabsorption problems, Tara, so don't go away. And then if you're on hold, hang tight. We'll get to all our callers when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network, and we'll be back right after this.
Hello, it's Tom Chenault from The Tom Chenault Show. We are experts in home-based business and residual income. We show people how to make money from their home, either part-time or full-time. And in partnership with Genesis Communication Network, we've organized a team to fight back about people not having money, time, or health. And we need your help. What we want you to do is, if you've got an interest in building an organization to fight back against people taking our money, taking our time, and taking our health, we want to talk to you. All you need to do is call this number, 855-308-8326. Again, all you want to do is call 855-308-8326. You can make a tremendous amount of money and end up fighting for a great cause. Please call us right now.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curve appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, listen carefully. Sweeping changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever eliminate their tax debts once and for all. And now, I can help you reduce or eliminate your tax debts and end your tax nightmare. Hi, I'm Dan Pilla. I've helped thousands of people reduce and eliminate tax debts they couldn't pay, and after more than 30 years of experience dealing with the IRS, I can tell you there's no such thing as a hopeless tax case. And with the IRS's new policies, it's easier than ever to put your tax debt behind you once and for all. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. Call 800-346-6829. Learn how I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey guy.
We are the premier independent talk radio network, the Genesis Communications Network, GC.
All right, we're back on the Brightside. Tara in North Carolina. You there, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so as far as your baby goes with the inflammatory linear varicose epidermal nevus, which are basically overgrowth of skin cells, as we've been talking about, just kind of like a psoriasis type of disorder. The main treatment is immune suppressant steroids. Topical steroids is what they typically will give you. Sometimes they'll give you moisturizers. They give you what kind of steroid? They give you Lidex cream or betamethasone or something like that, right, for the baby? As if
yeah, they gave us urea cream, and I did not like it.
Okay, well, urea is not as bad as a steroid cream, but in general, the treatment is urea is designed to scrape off. It's a special medicine that scrapes off that surface, those cells that are growing too fast. If cells grow too fast, you probably got yourself some kind of immune condition that's affecting the skin cells, causing them to become misshapen and causing them to grow too fast, etc. So here's what you need to do. Number one, you want to focus on food allergies and something that's getting into your milk. If the baby's breastfeeding, that means you're the culprit here because it's something that's getting into your milk. So focus on your own food intolerances or food allergies. If you don't know you have them, look for them. Secondly, start focusing on digestive health for yourself. That's the probiotics and the fermented foods. The BioLumin Nightly Essence from Longevity is the best probiotic supplement that you could find. The best one I've seen, because not only does it have a full spectrum of probiotics in generous amounts, but it also has digestive enzymes in there as well that can help support digestion. So get on the BioLumin Nightly Essence, 3 in the morning, 3 at night. You should probably get on the Z. It's called BioLumin, that's the company, and the product is called Nightly Essence. You can find it off my website, brightsideben.com, or you can call 866-735-2470. They can tell you about it. You might also want to start using the Z-Radical product, which is also very effective for digestive health. And then secondly, we'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow, when you have a skin disease, you have a skin cell disease. When you have a skin cell disease, you got a skin cell membrane disease. The skin cell membrane is mostly composed of fats. So you want to start focusing on fat malabsorption problems. Use fatty vitamins. Vitamin A, you should be on 20,000 international units of that a day. You want to be on 400 IU a day of vitamin E. Make sure you're getting some sun. It wouldn't hurt you to get your baby out into the sun as well. And then also make sure you're on the Ultimate Essential Fatty Acids, Ultimate EFAs from Longevity. If you find that you're gassy or bloating or you have bowel movement problems or heartburn after you take your fatty vitamins or your essential fatty acids, treat that as a sign that you're not processing processing fats correctly. Make sure you're using the digested enzymes with all your meals, Ultimate Enzymes. It probably would be a good idea for you to get on a little extra pancreatin. This is true for all fat malabsorption problems. Pancreatin, pancreatin. That can help you with fat malabsorption. Also, take the pancreatin and the Ultimate Enzymes with your fatty nutrients and your EFAs, and also with all your meals. Finish off all your meals with apple cider vinegar. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Tara, and say that if you do everything I just told you, you should notice some pretty significant improvement in your baby's skin health. And I'd love it if you could stay in touch with me either via email ben@ksco.com or via the phone on the Brightside, and let us know how you're doing, because you may be a work in progress and we can fine-tune it. Don't let anybody tell you, don't let any dermatologist tell you that your baby is going to be suffering for the rest of his or her life and there's no curative treatment, etc. And don't fall for the stupidity of diagnoses, the utter nonsense of inflammatory linear varicose epidermal nevus. I think you have a harump. I think your baby has ILVEN, ILVEN. No, he doesn't, or she. He's got an immune problem and an inflammatory problem of the skin. That gives you more power and more control than some nonsensical, idiotic Latin diagnosis. Does that help you, ma'am? And I'm sorry if I got all upset there. Does that help you, Tara?
Thank you. I will be calling somebody to repeat.
Oh, to repeat? You're cute. It's all on the archives. I know it's a lot of information. It's all on the archives, which should be up within an hour or two at brightsideben.com. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your call. I know I gave poor Tara a ton of information. Fats, fatty vitamins, immune system, food allergies. That's pretty much it. Fats, fatty vitamins, immune system, and allergies, and, of course, digestion of fats and fatty vitamins. All right. Let's see who's next on the line. Lucinda in Oregon, welcome to the Brightside. What's going on?
Hello?
Hello, Lucinda.
Oh, hi. Thank you so much.
What's up?
Yes. Okay, well, what's been going on is I've been doing hot yoga for 6 months. That's the background.
That's torture. Is it Bikram's?
Yes.
I did it a couple times. I won't do it again. That was torture.
You get used to it. It's cool.
Okay.
And I also haven't fully recovered from a cold that I had 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I've been left extremely exhausted and weak.
Well, yeah, it's that Bikram's. It's that hot yoga. Of course you're going to be exhausted and weak.
Well, no, but part of the thing is I've heard about, the supplementation, because there's a lot of sweating, and that's necessary. The things that I'm concerned about is my low energy level, and that's happened since the cold. It wasn't from the Bikram, I don't think.
You want some ideas for that?
Yes. Wait a minute. And I have a slight numbness in my left arm, and I'm also concerned because my hair has been losing its volume for over a year now, and I'm really worried about that.
Sounds like you got some thyroid issues here.
Yes.
And the way you deal with your thyroid is you deal with your adrenal glands. That's how you deal with the thyroid, folks. And I know iodine's important. Yes, indeed. And so are the B vitamins. So is selenium. So is sulfur. They're all important for the thyroid. But the first thing you want to do when you're dealing with a thyroid problem is focus on something that's burdening the body. Your adrenal glands are your burden glands. They call them the stress glands. It means something is burdening the body, and the adrenal glands are kicking in. Now, are you approaching menopause, postmenopause, perimenopause, anywhere near there?
Post.
Okay, postmenopause. So chances are that you've got some extra adrenal burden. Postmenopausal women, you stop making hormones in the ovaries after menopause, but you still make them in the adrenal glands. So if your adrenal glands are off fighting some kind of stress, either digestive stress or blood sugar stress, and now they got to make hormones too. They're always making hormones, but now they're the main hormone-making glands. Now you're really running risks for hypothyroidism, and indeed postmenopausal hypothyroidism is like an epidemic. So we want to get those adrenal glands stabilized. And the four main ways to do it. Number one is stabilize the blood sugar with more protein using nutrients that help you process sugars and laying off the sugars. And that means bread and pasta. And rice and potatoes and grains, etc. Anything that messes up your blood sugar is going to mess up your adrenal glands, which will cause low energy and hypothyroidism. And that does indeed sound like what you're dealing with. So more protein, less insulin-spiking foods, and that includes fruit juices and fruits, and then using the Sweeties from Youngevity as well as the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, which can both help you with processing sugar. I wouldn't wait one day before I got on the BTT, by the way. I would do it right away. And then also the Sweeties, and they'll help you process sugar. And then also, if you have any digestive problems, that can cause a burden or a stress on the body, which will tax the adrenal glands too. So you're going to need to correct any food allergies or digestive problems as well. And then working directly with the adrenal glands, there's a few things that you could do. Vitamin C is probably the most important vitamin for the adrenal glands, and zinc is probably the most important mineral for the adrenal glands. So in addition to your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, you should probably be on 1,000 to 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day, and you probably want to be on 50 milligrams of zinc picolinate a day. The adrenal glands are also responsive to salt, so in addition to your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, you might want to get yourself some Celtic sea salt, put it in a cup of water, and sip on it all day long, or not sip on it all day long, just sip on it a little bit. What will happen is you'll start to, the first couple sips of that salt water are going to taste delicious, and then gradually less and less delicious, and then when you don't want any more, you don't want any more. You've had enough salt. Do you find yourself craving salt, by the way, Lucinda?
No.
Not at all? You sure? Salty foods?
Yeah, I like salty foods.
Okay,
yes.
well, that's the same idea. So that's a sign that the adrenal glands are starting to get a little stressed out. And then also deep breathing, slow deep breathing can be a panacea for the adrenal glands. So make sure you're practicing your slow deep breathing techniques. So you got the adrenal. I wouldn't even worry about the thyroid directly for now, although iodine is certainly important, and you probably want to get on some nascent iodine or iodoral just because it's a great supplement. But really you want to focus on blood sugar issues, digestive issues, and then in terms of the adrenal glands, on making sure you're getting enough salt, making sure you're getting enough zinc and vitamin C as well, and practicing your deep breathing techniques. So focus on them.
Will that help the hair issues as well?
Heck yes. Long term, hair takes about 6 months. By the time you see your hair is not coming out, it's been anywhere from 3 to 6 months that it hasn't been forming correctly underneath your scalp. So that'll take a little bit more time, but what you'll notice is more energy. And as you have more energy, the rest of the symptoms will start to improve, including hair. I want to take a couple more calls. I'm going to move on here, Lucinda. That's all we've got time for. I'm sorry. I know I left you guys on hold. Hey, Chris, Philip, Truth Raider, if you call first thing tomorrow, I guarantee you I will get you up first, even if I have to cut my monologue short. So call first thing tomorrow on the Brightside, and I apologize for leaving you on hold. That's all the time we have for today. I'm so sorry, guys. An hour goes by way too fast on the Brightside. Check out my blog, pharmacistben.com. If you're interested in joining the Brightside Ben team, click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com or give the Brightside Ben phone team a call at 866-735-2470. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have yourselves a wonderful, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Self-reliance, survival supplies, survival skills, national experts. Get it all at the only free-to-attend national event exclusively for preppers. This spring in Tulsa, it's the National Preppers and Survivalist Expo, a must-be-there event presented by American Living. This massive expo will include special guests, David Mays from Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers, plus GCN's own Dr. Joel Wallach via live video conference. Hear Dr. Bones, Nurse Amy, and members of the American Prepper Network, along with many other leading national experts. Learn life-saving tips, CPR, how to handle crisis situations, walk through a bomb shelter, and much, much more. 2 big days, April 5th and 6th at the Tulsa Expo Square in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's April 5th and 6th. Doors open at 9 a.m. with absolutely free admission. Don't miss the National Preppers and Survivalist Expo, America's largest emergency preparedness event. Get your free tickets now. NPSExpo.com. That's NPSExpo.com.
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day, unique, affordable survival
survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit mypatriotsupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. mypatriotsupply.com.